All right, so the fun part of this, and this will be just a couple of minutes. What does the future of marketing look like for your dealership? Well, I'll give you a little bit of foreshadowing. It may not be what you think I'm going to talk about. So, ask yourself this question, silently answer it in your head. Somebody's in the marketplace today that needs a car that you have on your inventory file. How likely is it that they're going to think of you first before anybody else? That's the first question to think about, just off the top of their head. And then the second question is this: what if you were the first one they thought of every single time? How many more units would you be moving every single month? These are the questions that I talk to dealerships about, regardless of what city I'm in, because they all have the same challenges. And what we do is help move that process along. So, attention. You need the attention of people. It is very different today than it was 5, 10, and 15 years ago. Your attention, if I get boring today, is going to this thing right here. That's the future of marketing. We need to find the attention of people where we know their eyes and ears are going right now. And I'll show you an example of what that looks like. So, you're all very familiar with print and newspaper and television over the years, and even in the early 2000s, it started with AdWords in Google, and that was the new place to advertise and market your business. Well, in so many ways, times have changed. The Grim Reaper has come for some of these folks in many ways because the attention is not there anymore in the droves that it was many years ago. So where has the attention gone? Back to this place right here, which I'm going to get to. And if you want to look at the research, this is from 8 years ago, guys. 8 years ago. 52% of people that planned to buy or lease a car had a DVR, or fast forwarding through commercials. Over 50% of them 8 years ago weren't even Google searching on a desktop or laptop. They were Google searching right here on their smartphone. So the AdWords that we were buying are no longer as relevant. Again, going back to attention. So what does that look like for us today? Well, the new television, radio, newspaper, internet, it's probably in most of your pockets or purses right now. That's where it's all ending up. And it's going to continue to proliferate in that direction. Well, Nick, you're a radio guy. What does that look like for you? Well, that's the new radio. It's called an Amazon Echo, right? You have an Alexa or you have a Google Home. Audio and voice. I'm very bullish on voice. Voice activation is where marketing is going to take us, because you're going to have smart refrigerators that order your next gallon of milk for you when you're out. So what does that look like for marketing for you guys? Well, you need to find ways to integrate yourself with voice activation and with something that's going to end up in everybody's pocket. Lots of different ways to do that. So, what does an unsuccessful ad campaign look like? I'm going to go through this very quickly. I invest in a short ad campaign. I start to see some results. Some people show up on the lot. Great, that worked. I shut the campaign off. All of a sudden, revenue goes down. I'm not moving as many units. Uh-oh, that's not good. Need to get some more people. So I invest in another short ad campaign. And then I shut that campaign off. And again, revenue drops off. So you're in and out of the marketplace. You're never consistently reaching anybody. Versus the successful campaigns that look like this. They invest in an ad campaign, but then they maintain it with short bursts of advertising energy over the course of a long period of time. That way, when they're ready to drive the market with a call to action, they're driving the market from a much higher place. I'll give you guys a real-life example of this that you'll all know. Chevy Trucks did an amazing job with this. With Bob Seger, my Detroit boy. Back in the day, he was singing Like a Rock, right? And they showed the big truck climbing up a mountain. It's got a big bed full of dirt and boulders in it. It's a very emotional commercial. They didn't tell you it was $38,462 with tax, title, and license because they didn't want you to remember any of that. They wanted you to remember one thing, that Chevy Trucks were like a rock. They built that brand equity. And then they drove you in with $5,000 cash back on all Chevy Silverados, your participating dealer for details, and they knew it was going to work because they've been branding you for years with Like a Rock. This is what I've seen smart dealerships do on a local level, on an affordable level for their own dealership. They just follow the same model. And I've seen it work over and over and over again. So, I will wrap up with this recap. Figure out ways to integrate yourself with this, because this went to this while I was talking. I was not that boring. Audio and voice tech. That is the next audio. Voice technology and voice activation. And lastly, attribution. If you forget everything else I talked about this morning, remember that if you can't attribute where you spent $1 for marketing to wherever you're spending it, it's probably not working as well as you need it to be. Every dollar you spend has to work harder and harder. So you need attribution plus attention. If you have the attention and you can say, I know that it's working because I can see the metrics, you're in the right place. If you can't figure out what that attribution is, it may be time to look at other places. So hopefully that added some value, lessened the aging process a little bit, and you guys can enjoy the rest of the meeting. Thank you so much.